Everyone, welcome to the National Civil War Museum here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm Kris White with the American Battlefield Trust, and we have Brett Kelley, who's the curator here at the National Civil War Museum. And we encourage you to head up here if you're in the Gettysburg area, if you're in the Philadelphia area. We're just inside of the state capital area of Pennsylvania, just off the turnpike. So check this place out. It's a great treasure trove of artifacts. It's a beautiful museum, and they're about to celebrate their 25th anniversary here in the coming years. Even though we're at the National Civil War Museum today, we're actually going to be talking about a few artifacts from the Revolutionary War. And these are some things that caught our eye. Two of the pieces up front have ties to a battlefield we've helped preserve here in Pennsylvania, a place called Brandywine. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then we're going to save the best for last, I believe, and it will be this musket. So, Brett, can you tell us a little bit about the swords we have up here? We'll start with this a small short sword over here, this hunting sword.
Yeah, these swords were actually presented to Colonel Percival Fraser, who was an officer in the Continental Army during the Revolution. They were presented by Baron von Steuben, who was Washington's drill master at Valley Forge. They've actually do have engravings on them added after the war by his descendants, and they do give us an idea of who they came from, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's amazing because it says in here, in the Revolution. Right, talking about the Revolution, not the Revolutionary War, but the Revolution. This one clearly says von Steuben, who is the drill master, as Brett said. Von Steuben helps to train up the army at Valley Forge, which is not too far from where we are here. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive. But Fraser grew up around the Brandywine area, which is in the southeastern corner of Pennsylvania, grew up along Brandywine Creek, which the battle took place there in 1777. He is wounded at the battle and is actually captured near his own land and near land where we've preserved with the American Battlefield Trust. He and his family are very proud of his service. There are two books that are both thick that tell about the history of the family. So those are two amazing pieces that we have here. Now, Brett, this musket that we have up here, the flintlock musket without the flint, so for you experts, if you look here, you won't find a flint inside of it. Can you tell us a little bit about this musket?
Yes, this musket was carried during the Revolutionary War by a Minuteman named Asa Turner. He was from a town called Scituate, Massachusetts, in Plymouth County. On April 19th, 1775, they marched upon hearing the alarm that the British were advancing on Lexington. They didn't make it for that battle, but they were, as far as we know, present at the Battle of Concord, and he carried this musket in that battle. Very much lighter than more modern firearms, even ones that were used during the Civil War. It's a big difference, just a great piece.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful piece. You know, Concord is that battle that took place after Lexington. You had the shot heard around the world taking place on April 19th, 1775. I'm not going to say this musket fired that shot, but think about it. It was probably there at the time, maybe even fired at a British soldier. The soldier's company eventually goes into what becomes known as the 2nd Massachusetts. They will serve later on with John Glover's famed brigade, which will help fight at the Battle of Princeton, which is a place where a lot of American Battlefield Trust members have helped preserve land. So this could have been at both Concord and at Princeton. These are three pieces. When we heard about them, we just had to have Brett pull them out, and we really appreciate the National Civil War Museum here in Harrisburg for pulling these out. Brett, anything else you'd like to add?
Just that having pieces like this in the collection, even though they don't directly speak to the Civil War, they are very important to our nation's history, and everything ties together. Everything that's going on today ties back to our history, and these are three really important and incredible examples of that history.
Absolutely, I couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Brett and the staff here at the National Civil War Museum here in Harrisburg. Thanks to Andy behind the camera, and thanks to you for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button and check out everything we do over at battlefields.org. On behalf of the American Battlefield Trust, I'm Kris White. Thank you for watching and for supporting battlefield education and preservation.
Hello, this is Trace Atkins. To stay up to date on all the latest and coolest videos, please subscribe to the Trust's YouTube channel. Preserve, educate, inspire.